So here we are again on days off, doing an engine oil change, new base cutters, and I just walk around here looking good. Not so good. Oh dear, I know where that's coming from. See if we can get the light on. There we go. Oh, hopefully a simple fix. That and the aircon fan plug failed again. Hopefully I can find a new connector today, because it gets warm in there. Very hot in these rhinos. The other thing I've got to do, this sidewall cut here doesn't look like much. Ooh, actually you can just see in there. Busted wires, so that's not going to last long. That's got to go. And the other issue, the nice new knives up in there had a bit of steel go through them, so they're buggered, which is lovely. And this is an odd one. I dig the hood out every day. That last paddock we cut, it's concrete. I can't get it out of there. So once I get all this done, I'll back it out, set a sprinkler in there for the day and see how that goes, because I cannot get that out. I want to do them fan blades as well. Got a set of them ready to go. Anyway, one battle at a time, and she'll be smick again. That tyre is an older tyre over there. This one changed 2 years ago. Front one's new 2 years ago and last year. This one here, I think, is the only tyre that came with the machine when I bought it. Still heaps of tread there, but you know, what do you do? I think I've had it flipped and rotated and that, but yeah, they don't sit in the drills properly, and the outside edge runs up on the hill and takes all the weight, so can't expect too much, I guess. Anyway, at least it's not in the paddock halfway through a day, so that's good. So this first paddock, she's fertilised and held up. Kylie got a little bit aggressive with those V-boards. Anyway, it would have been easy to water, there's no doubt about that. Don't know whether we should do something about it though, whether we should knock that back down. They're a bit big, or whether we just, oh well, leave it and find out what a drama it is next year. I don't know if it will be a drama or not, you know. By the time all that soil settles back down again, it might be fine, but hard to say. I don't really know. If you're wondering what we do with our water when it gets to the end of the drills, end of the paddock, we build this bank. We call it an end bank because it's a bank at the end, would you believe? But yeah, we hold all the water in the paddock. It doesn't go anywhere. And we do that for everything. That one over there is the same. More modern farming practices, they'll have a soakage pit or a reclaim, recycle pit where all the water will catch into a drain, and in some cases they'll have a pump in there. They'll be able to pump that back out, which is, you know, great. They can pump it back out and reuse it and everything. And yeah, we're small time farmers around here. We don't have the area or anything to really be able to do that. We'd lose a lot of ground, you know, when you're only a couple hundred acres. But this works. These work well. And I mean, you're not losing anything. It's just more effort in, you know. Like, if a couple drills come down before the next ones, well, you got to go and turn them off, otherwise you'll flood somewhere. Like here, where there's no cane. But yeah, it's just a bit more effort. You can't put it on and let a set come down. You've got to constantly change them. But there's ways around that too. You just, you know, we use a cup in the fluming to control the flow rate to each drill. And with that paddock there, when you're trying to water it for the first time, you'll set your sets up, see how you go. And all I do each time we're watering, you know, the ones that come down early and you've got to go blank them off, I'll take, say we start with yellow cups, I'll take that drill's yellow cup away and I'll put a blue one there for next time, which is a smaller hole, so less flow. Do that for next time, and then yeah, when you go and set it back up again and you're putting them back in, you'll put a smaller one in there. And if you're doing that over the next few months, you know, while we're spraying and everything, before the cane gets big and out of hand, by the time it is, you know, 3 months down the track and the cane's up and covered over, you've sort of tuned the setup that they will all come down basically together. Maybe not the same. Like here, there's blues, bunch of yellows. See, this fluming's running down a hill, so there's a clamp every 9 drills. And then what you'll find, see, like there's a blue in the middle there, yellows either side of it. What you'll find is at the clamp, you'll get more pressure on the left side here because the water's building up on it. So you'll slow them ones down, but then the one after will have the least amount of flow because it's sort of more uphill. And in some cases we'll have yeah, a bigger cup again in there, or no cup, or yeah, open cup. Oh yeah, look at that one there, that's open. The blank we've cut out completely. But you'll find these pretty well come down basically all together. And then we get this sort of fun stuff with old farms. Concrete pipeline leaking under the ground there. We're doing exactly nothing about it right now because that's more money, but we will put a poly pipeline in here and upgrade all this. Need to move some outlets on here because I like to, like this one here, there's the outlet just there. We don't run that as a set. There's just too many in there to get it going. We actually 10 drills down, we have a clamp, so you got to change 10 cups here. 10 cups is not a big deal, but if you move that around the corner 10 drills, that would be 2 sets down there, I think there is. So you'd change one lot of cups, you wouldn't need to do them other 10. And then this side is a set, but you actually, if you water it from that outlet, you're trying to push water uphill, which you can't do that. But the next, that set ends just on this corner here somewhere. There'll be a clamp. This is the highest point right here. If we were to put the outlet here, at least the water will be running downhill from the bloody outlet, and we can control that with clamps, you know, scissor clamps, sort of half shut off all the way. So that's the plan for this one. What are we here? This is second return in here now. So this will go, this has got another season of cutting yet. Oh, look at this. One of the trucks hit this outlet. Oh man, I didn't know about that. That's not good. All right, that needs a repair. That outlet got hit by a truck, so we've had to glue her back in, but obviously not overly successful. That's all right, we can fix it, but I got a lot of reversing to do right now. Yeah, here we are, the other end of that cylinder. We definitely got to do some work to that before we try and water again. This is all mud here, which isn't good, because at some point we're going to want to cut that. But I'll just show you the paddock looks like. What's it been, 2 weeks since we cut it maybe? Yeah, nearly 3. So she's left the last couple dry here. That's Kylie I'm talking about. As you would, because I guess you don't want to wet over there. Oh, she probably could have. Anyway, doesn't matter. I don't know, I can't remember what else. I don't think, we're not taking that one next round. I think it's the one after. She's done a really good job with the fluming here. It's not an easy one, this one. Big angle, that's always fun. Big watering holes, they're real fun too. But yeah, you can see she's already setting, like tuning the setup now. There's some yellows, there's some open cups. It's down here, they go blue as well. I guess they're running a lot better, a little bit. I don't think they're any shorter. Must just be running a bit better down here. Oh, there'd be a bit more pressure too, closer to the outlet. There's our set change at that scissor clamp. And these ones look like they're all yellow. And yeah, we just pop them in the dirt there on the hill. If you want to change it next time, you'd put a blue one there instead, or a full open, whatever you got to do. Yeah, this is what a paddock. Just starting down there, and look at the fluming. Goes forever. There's 45 drills from that outlet to this other end here. And Yeah, it's all coming back well though, isn't it? Look, a couple of weeks, it's coming back good. It looks healthy. Nice green lines. That's what we want. Yeah, we have a clamp, scissor clamp every 9 drills here, because as the drills are getting shorter, you're running downhill, obviously. I don't know if you could make it flat when you got angled drills like this. I'm not really sure when it comes to lasering ground and all of that, but anyway, yeah, that all looks quite healthy. I tell you what, she goes all right, Kylie. She puts a lot of effort in. Not real happy with the hilling up job here, but you know, I wasn't around to do it myself or help her out, so can't knock her for that one. It'll still grow. That's the main thing. Back here at the plant cane, I know what it looks like using, I'm on a GoPro now. I upgraded, and your phone can stay on the bloody mount over here now, which is awesome. But I don't know how to drive this thing. I don't think you can zoom unless you buy a lens for it maybe. Anyway, this is looking pretty good. It'll, yeah, 12 months time, it'll be a good crop, I'm sure of it. I'll go show you the other paddock as well. We'll have a quick look. Oh, I tell you what, she's windy. Man, it's been a rough week. We did 7 burns for 6 days cutting, which is no fun, and all of them except for one was in the morning before we started, so pretty big days really for the amount of tons we're cutting. But anyway, these are old farms. They are not designed for modern practices. This is looking really good over here. This is KQ. The other paddock's 240, and the 240, I think it's a better cane, but it's really slow to come out of the ground. It doesn't need as much water either, which is cool. KQ here loves water. You can't give it enough. But look at it. This is looking really good. Paddock's clean too. We have a good job with the spraying. I don't think I got any video of that. I'll have to get that next time. Well, we've got the flat boom on still, because we'll switch over to the legs soon. Nah, that looks great. I'm really happy with that. Miss there, but you get that. Doesn't matter. No, it's a good job. I still want to plant my own. I'd love to find a sort of cheaper planter. It only takes us 2 or 3 days to plant our own, like just me and Kylie on our own, I think. But it's all money. But we've got the harvester, so the big cost is done. But yeah, you can't do it all at once, so we'll see where we end up. Oh, this is another thing I like doing. I'm really sold on. I've been doing it for a while in a couple of spots, is leaving a drill out between the blocks. I do it in a couple spots to make the burns easier, but I'm sold on it now. I think ignore that paddock, it's not real healthy. I think it's got a bit of grub damage, but the outside drill, like, okay, you've lost that drill, but this plant one here, it's going to grow so much, and it does. And we've seen it this week on another farm we cut where a drill was out, and the farmer, he didn't make any money out of that drill. It grew a lot heavier, but I flooded the elevator and dropped half of it on the ground, so he didn't make anything out of that one. But it just caught me by surprise, you know. We just cut bloody, I don't know, 200 drills, and I had a routine, and then hit that outside one, like just in the same sort of setup, and far out, man, there was like another half a bin in it. So, and then you would imagine the other side would do that too, because it's not competing. The outside drill always cuts better, and even in that situation it does too. And then when you're spraying, you know, your boom on your spray rig's not getting hung up on the paddock next to it. Yeah, so I've started doing it everywhere. It's not just to make it that tiny bit easier with a burn, it's easier in every aspect, and I don't feel like you're losing out anything, you know, so why not do it, eh? Yeah, this paddock here is she's third ratoon, so this is our plough out, KQ, and I really find KQ, when it's when it's young, like the plant cane and the first return, it's amazing and it's really good for sugar. But the roots, the stool, it comes to the surface. It doesn't stay in the ground, eh? And yeah, second return, when you burn it up in the, I see it a lot more now that I'm in the harvester, because you're up so high, you can look down across the paddock. When you burn it, you can see that the stool's, it's coming out of the ground, like a lot of it's already pulled out. And by the time the machine goes over it, you're seeing it in the bins. And then you get to third return here, and there's nothing left of it. Yeah, I don't have very high hopes for this paddock, that's for sure. And then obviously grubs are a thing at the moment. Yeah, if you ain't got much roots there to begin with, and the grubs come in, it's going to be that much worse in my mind anyway. I don't know these things. I make it up as I'm going, obviously, but that's what I'm seeing. And this is 240 on the corner here. This was a plant source, and yeah, it's all falling down in there. It's all big cane, eh? Like, it's third return still, but compared to the rest of it around it, there's so much more cane in this corner. We didn't use it for plant source this year. A bit of vine in there too, that sucks. Yeah, we didn't use it for plant source this year, but we will. When that comes out, that'll get all clean cane planted in it. I got 2 corner blocks, like angles, that go down to like a 5-foot drill at the end. Well, maybe not that short, but yeah, length of a truck. They're painful to harvest for the mill, so I just put plant source in them and try to use it for planting every year if I can. And that way, because the planting harvester's not chasing it, you know, they're not chasing the cane trying to fill bins in a timely manner. They're going nice and slow to clean the cane. You have plenty of time to do it. So that's the theory on that. Anyway, this is good. Progress update. Round 2 is just about to start next week, and I'm not sure what'll happen. I think it might start with us, which will be great. Keen to cut. Yeah, look, leave it now. I've always left one out of this paddock. Yeah, so much better. I ended up pushing the cane off here, but I didn't need to. So basically, like, if you planted right up against this cane, you got to come through with some form of pusher and push your cane away so you can get in there and plant. But you're doing that back, you know, in planting season. That drill's dead now anyway. I did it here. Yeah, that outside drill, it'll be dead. Like, it's been sitting there for 2 months. So yeah, I'm really sold on this. I'm not saying everyone's got to do it. I'm just saying it's working for me. I'm doing it in every block now, because I basically halve every paddock I have just because of watering struggles. I'm doing it in every paddock. It's working for me. I think it's a good thing. There's something wrong with the steering in this ute. I just come into town. I need filters and everything for the harvester. It pulled straight into the bloody bakery, so I'm gonna have to get a pie and a long donut, I reckon. That wasn't planned, but anyway, here I am. Lovely. Hey, Winston. You ain't getting me pie, mate, sorry. I will let you watch me eat it though.